Back in 2018, me and my girlfriend left Canada to live in the Philippines full time. We were so fascinated with the amazing food and culture that came with it. Of course, there were some dishes I wasn't too excited about trying, but more importantly was the hospitality and great people we met along the way. On our channel, you can expect to see a variety of content from must-try local food to beautiful destinations we feel are a must-see. Of course, we will share with you our ups and downs of our life here in the Philippines. Thanks for watching, guys, and we hope you enjoy this video. Peace. So guys, we're here with Paul. Paul, welcome.
Thank you, Chris.
Thanks for being on my video today. It's very awesome to have you here. Could you tell our viewers a little bit about where you're from and why you chose the Philippines to retire?
Well, I was born in Indianapolis, Indiana, and when I was 18, I joined the U.S. Navy, and then 23 years later, I retired from the U.S. Navy, and we've currently settled in Las Vegas in the States, in the U.S.
Yeah.
And I wound up here because I married this Filipino girl about 46 years ago.
Wow.
She grew up here, and we gravitated back here after she bought some property here and started to improve it, put some cabanas on it, right next to the beautiful
It's so
ocean.
Beautiful here.
Yeah.
I've known you for a couple of years, and this is definitely a go-to spot.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Yes.
So that's kind of the real Reader's Digest story of the, you know, how I wound up here. I did work in industry for an additional 23 years after I retired from the Navy. But retired in 2018. I'm done working.
There you go. Yeah, there we go. And you love every day of it.
I do. I do.
So that brings me to another question there. So you met your wife in the U.S.
No, actually, I met Mina in Manila at Rizal Park. She was a maid for a lawyer and a nurse.
Okay.
And by the way, they stayed in contact until they passed. She took care of their kids. She was a nanny.
Okay.
So we started dating, and then a few years later, we got married. I got stationed in the Philippines when I was in the Navy. We were together then. We went back to the U.S. in 1976. Okay. And then went all over the U.S. and foreign countries, being stationed here and there. And yeah, that's how we met.
Okay,
yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Paul, very interesting about hearing about how you met your wife. Funny question for you here. What you like most about the Philippines? Why you chose this spot?
Well, I've had a long association with the Philippines through my wife. We actually lived here back in the 70s when I was in the Navy. And, you know, the Filipino people are very wonderful people. They are generous, and just enjoy the food, the culture, the people, the ocean, obviously.
Yes.
And, yeah, just a whole bunch of things that are positive about this place.
Yes.
So, Bohol specifically, which is where we are, and it's just this nice little quaint town right now. I kind of hope it stays that way.
Yep.
With beautiful water, diving, some world-class diving here. We don't have those facilities, but other resorts do down the road.
Yep.
And it's just a great place to be.
Yes, it is. Yeah. It is. What did you think of the food when you've been here, coming here since the 70s, so you are familiar with the food, but did it take you long to adjust to the food here?
Not really. There's certain things I won't eat, like balut. It's like a half-cooked berry egg.
Yeah, duck egg.
Yeah, and it takes a strong stomach to eat something like that. I won't eat like dinagon, that's blood pudding.
Yes.
The pig's blood and pork and intestines and all that. So they have some unusual foods here that I don't care for, but by the same token, they have some awesome food.
Yes.
Great seafood, fish, shrimp, you know, things like that.
Yeah.
Oysters, mussels. So, you know, those kind of things are great, but and if you like steak, you're not going to get a good steak here.
That's true, guys.
Yeah. So, you know, cross that off your list. And just eat those when you're in the U.S. or somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's great.
Yeah, great spot. I agree with you on that, Paul. Nice to hear that from you. So on to the the opposite. Is there something that you least like about the Philippines? Not to be prejudiced against the differences here, you know?
Yeah, no. I mean, obviously, I like a good steak, as I just talked about. You cannot get one here. You can't go down to 7-Eleven and get a slushie or anything like that. Yeah. You know, I mean, there's things you have to sacrifice here. Sometimes you have to take a cold shower, you know, if there's no hot water. The electricity sometimes will go off. Not very often these days. It's been fairly reliable.
Yes.
And you know, the water, if there's not a lot of rain, sometimes there's a little bit of a water problem, but we haven't had any of that this year.
Yes.
So just, you know, the conveniences at home. It's warm and humid here. It's a tropical climate. If you're uncomfortable with that, you might not like the weather too much. Yeah. But I find it very tolerable, and I can just jump in the water.
Yes, you're in a great spot. Yeah, you're in an awesome spot here. Yeah. Great stuff, Paul. So Paul, as I told you a little before, he is the owner of this Bituon Beach Resort. Yes. And you cater to mostly the locals actually here, right? Yeah. Which is awesome to see. Every time I've come here, the locals love Paul, and they find this place actually very comfortable to come to. Because Paul's a great guy. He welcomes everyone here, so this is an amazing spot. You have something to tell me about some planning. You're building something soon.
Thank you, Chris, for those kind words. I appreciate it. But my wife, actually, I have to blame this place on her because she bought this property from some of her family members back in the 1980s, and then through the years, she and I developed it a little bit. It's not overdeveloped. It's just, I think it's just pretty much right. We cater mostly to the local populace. They love it here. Yes. And we keep it clean, both in the water and out of the water. We have a few rooms for rent, some that are existing right now, and we're building a few up on the top of the hill. Our property, if you could visualize, goes up from the ocean into the jungle and up a hill. And then at the top of that hill, we're building some units. We'll build 5 or 6, and then eventually put in a restaurant, a swimming pool, and a walkway down to the beach. So you'll have the choice of staying up there, swimming in the swimming pool, getting a drink at the bar up there, or walking down to the beach, sitting here next to the water, enjoying yourself, having a drink, whatever you want to do, swim, snorkel. But that's all out there, and we're working on that plan.
Yes, yes. Awesome. That's so great to hear, guys. This is Paul from Bituon Beach Resort. I showed you guys a little before about the amenities they have here. They have a karaoke machine, they have barbecue, they have washrooms, restrooms here, and they even have a lifeguard that's on duty every day when you come here, so you don't have to worry about the kids swimming in the ocean here. And you also have those tubes for rent. Yeah, and I was going to say, what do you charge for those rentals?
For the small ones, they are 20 pesos. For the large ones, they're 40 pesos. These cottages that we mentioned also, I might add, we rent those for 550 pesos per day. You may have already mentioned that. Yeah. And that's about $1 or $10 a day.
There you go. There you go. Awesome. Great to hear, Paul. That's awesome to have you. Thank you so much for talking to me today.
You want to eat some?
I'm fine, Paul. It's okay.
Yes.
She's in Canada.
Canada?
Yes.
Who's with you right now?
Yes. Nobody. I'm alone. Yes. It's okay. So it's her birthday. Unsa imong pangalan mo?
I'm Arlene.
Arlene. Okay, Arlene. It's her 51st birthday, and she's offering me a cake. Look at the cake, guys. Grabe. Very nice. Oh my goodness.
Chris.
Chris, yes.
Yeah, I know you.
Yes.
I know you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mia.
Yes, very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you guys so much. I wasn't expecting this.
Oh, it's okay.
Thanks so much.
Okay, bye.
See you guys. Enjoy your birthday.
Thank you.
See you. See you guys, amazing time. She gave me this huge cake. Wasn't expecting that. So, yeah. It's always more fun in the Philippines. Always. I got a cake. Okay. There you go. Everybody's very nice here. As you see, a lot of Filipinos come here. Not many tourists. So if you want a nice spot to go to that's off the beaten path and you can kind of get away from the foreign, how do I say that nicely? The foreign influence of Panglao, come here to Anda and Bituon Beach, guys. It's the place to go. I'm gonna enjoy my cake. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace. This is where you do the band, right? You have the Agos band.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Oh well, that's where they have it every Sunday here, the band.
Of course, we move all the junk out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was getting loud where we were over there, so we moved spots to our little seating area here. Yeah, and Paul wanted to tell me a little bit, give you guys a little bit more info about maybe some things tourists should look out for coming here for the first time or visiting.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like anywhere you go, you need to stay safe. You need to be aware of your surroundings, especially when you're in a big city like Manila. It's no different than Los Angeles or San Francisco, New York City. You just have to be aware of your surroundings. Be safe. Down in Bohol here, that's not the problem. I'm not saying there's no crime, but there's very little crime.
Yes.
And it's not serious crime. It's generally, you know, somebody took my wallet or snatched my jewelry or whatever. But we've lived here for almost full time for 4 years now, and we haven't had any problems at all. The people are very respectful. They're very good, and they'll generally help you anytime you ask for it. Most of the people here speak English, so it makes it a little easier.
Yeah, it's great with the Philippines. Guys, actually, if you choosing Philippines to come travel to, if your English is even not that good, like if your English is a second language, the Philippines is a great place to come. They'll do their best to understand you. And most of the products you buy here are all in English. So that's great. You can know what you're eating or getting yourself into. So yeah, very cool spot you got here, Paul.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks again for everything. We didn't say our buys, so thanks again, Paul, for everything. Appreciate the video.
Pleasure.
If you guys like this style video, please shoot us a comment below. If you want to see a follow-up on Paul when he finishes his rooms up here for rent, we'll go check those out for you guys. Until then, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.